Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Average Joe Hockey Report. In this video, we're going to go over who I think are my three losers so far this offseason in the NHL. At number three, the Los Angeles Kings. I just, they traded Sean Durzi away to Arizona. I don't necessarily know why they did that. They still have they still have pretty good depth on defense, but I don't know. I thought that was unnecessary, whatnot. And then if you look at the Pierre-Luc Dubois trade, yeah, they have a legitimate second line center, but Dubois is really gonna have to up his game because he 63 points with the Jets last season. That's a season high for him. He's gonna have to do better since the Kings are paying him more and whatnot, and he didn't go to his hometown in Montreal. I'm glad Montreal didn't get him because he was asking. It seemed like he was asking for more than both Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield, so I think that's why they passed on him or whatever. Plus the Habs didn't really have anything that the Habs didn't really want to give up much to the Jets or whatever, so I think that's why he went to the Kings. But yeah, now that Velarde and Iafallo are gone and whatnot, it looks like they're really relying on Quinton Byfield or Arthur Kaliev to break out, or maybe see if Victor Arvidsson still has another few strong seasons left in him. Yeah, he did. Although he did get 59 points in 77 games last season, so I guess you could put him on the second line, whatever. Should Kaliev or Byfield struggle or whatever. And he is 30, so he should have at least 3 to 5 good years left. But I don't know. I just feel like the they still have good depth, but I think everywhere took a hit, and then now, they let Joonas Korpisalo go. They got Cam Talbot. Talbot, I don't think had that great of a season for the Ottawa Senators last season. I'm just looking it up right now. Yeah, he played 36 games for the Senators. He did have more wins than losses, but he posted a 2.93 goals against and a .898 save percentage, whereas Korpisalo, put up some good numbers. I think he put up some decent numbers in Columbus, and then put up some great numbers, in Los Angeles. Yeah, his goals against wasn't necessarily great in Columbus, 3.3 goals against, but his save percentage was .913, and then in Los Angeles it was 2.13 goals against in 11 games for Los Angeles, and at 0.921 save percentage. So yeah, I think LA definitely downgraded at goaltending, and then I think the depth took a bit of a hit. I think it'll still be pretty good, but yeah, I think the depth just took a hit or whatever, and the goaltending definitely took a hit. At number two, we got the Calgary Flames. I just not really a fan of the return for Tyler Toffoli. And then you look at the Calgary's cap situation, Elias Lindholm and Noah Hanifin, you don't necessarily know if they really want to commit to the team or whatnot. So if they're, figure out if they want to commit to the team or trade them or whatnot. Don't just lose them for nothing. And yeah, just saying between, losing Toffoli and then not sure, what's the deal with Lindholm and Hanifin for the future. It just, I don't know. And to add to it, I don't feel like they've added they've made too big of a they've made much of a splash and whatnot. So yeah, that's why. And then number one, the Boston Bruins. Mind you, this is partially not their fault. It partially is though. I mean, obviously they were expected, to make the big run in the playoffs, but they didn't. But I can understand some of the moves that they made. They traded Taylor Hall away, to make cap space. But like Dmitry Orlov's gone as well. Tyler Bertuzzi's gone. Patrice Bergeron retired. David Krejci, who knows if he's going to come back, and even if he does, how effective is he going to be? And then the center, this is a team that's taken a lot of hits, and then the center depth is definitely took a hit. It seems Daily Faceoffs has Pavel Zacha, Charlie Coyle, Morgan Geekie, and Patrick Brown as their four centers, which is not necessarily the greatest. We'll see how James Van Riemsdyk does in Boston, but I don't know. They did re-sign Jeremy Swayman, so that's good, but it just and the defense still looks kind of decent, but I don't see them being the powerhouse that they are, basically. This video is mostly based on opinion and may not have any implications on how these certain teams or players do for their respective teams and whatnot. So remember, if I'm wrong, don't belittle me, educate me. Take care, everyone, and follow my Instagram account, The Average Joe Hockey Report, and my YouTube channel, Marty Tommy, in parentheses, Average Joe Hockey Report.